Senator, I saw your tweet when you said, "I told you so" doesn't even begin to describe it. This is real vindication for you, is it not?
Well, for months and months, we've been saying that the NIH funded the Wuhan lab. At first, they denied that. For months and months, we've been saying that they funded gain-of-function research, where they take a virus from nature and combine it with another virus and create a virus that's not known in nature, that can be more dangerous, that can cause a pandemic. They denied that. And now we have the evidence from NIH, and it looks like NIH is starting to point fingers. So instead of it being Dr. Fauci's fault, they're going to say, oh, no, it was EcoHealth's fault. So the interesting thing will be if this divides Peter Daszak from EcoHealth from Dr. Fauci, and if maybe they'll begin to testify against each other, maybe we'll get to some form of truth. But the bottom line is, yes, they took viruses that don't exist in nature, they combined them, created viruses that are more dangerous to the public, and then they had a cover-up so this wouldn't be seen. And now they've been caught in a cover-up, and the NIH is exposing them. But to this day, people don't realize this, we're still funding research at the Wuhan lab. NIH, I say we, Dr. Fauci is, NIH is funding a 5-year one project from EcoHealth that goes from 2020 to 2025. To my knowledge, that program is still being funded and ongoing.
Which in and of itself asks a lot of questions. But more importantly, why lie about it? You and the doctor got into a lot of debates over this, but if it was being done, why lie about it?
Well, you have to realize that Dr. Fauci, for many years, has been a big advocate of gain of function. You know how he changes his tune on a lot of things? He's changed his tune because he realizes now that if this virus did come from the lab, there's a certain amount of moral culpability that attaches to him for being the biggest proponent of funding this type of research and lab. So throughout the years, he was a big supporter of gain of function. He even said, as you've mentioned, that even if we have an outbreak, the research would be worth it. As recently as a month ago, he was still saying that we should fund research in China. He doesn't seem to have learned his lesson. So all around, I think it's just been horrific judgment by him. But I think mainly he's been covering this up since that flurry of emails January 31st of a year ago. He's been covering it up because he doesn't want the responsibility for the pandemic at his door. And they're still trying to. If you read that NIH letter, there's still a little bit of trying to mislead you or misdirect you into not believing that the virus could have come from the lab. And I think that as the evidence continues to come out, it all points towards the lab.
Interesting that you say it all points towards the lab, because now floating through Chinese social media and through some Chinese state-sponsored social media accounts is this wild theory that the virus came from lobsters that the United States infected in Maine. Yeah, okay. Doubt protests too much. My only response can be laughter. My only response can be laughter to that. But, you know, they also said that the American military somehow brought it over there. No, it's dangerous research. And the reason why I'm very ecumenical on this is that we're still doing this dangerous research in the U.S. And I don't think our labs are safe enough to be dealing with something that could cause, you know, 10, 15% of the world to die. And I'm not alone in this. You know, there's a scientist from MIT who's not a partisan who came out and said that this could be a civilization-ending sort of pandemic at some point, so that we really can't continue to blithely go on this way without looking at regulating this kind of research. Senator, we only got about 60 seconds left because we promised to have you out so you could attend to other engagements. But real quick, we're going to put a map up that just shows the really drop in cases around the country in COVID cases, down 22%. Is the pandemic coming to an end? Is it worth continuing to have the debates over vaccine mandates, or is the mandates now protecting us against something that's going to be over soon?
I don't think we know. In April and May, when we got down to less than 10,000 cases a day, I was hopeful that it was over. I really had a strong feeling that maybe we were beyond it, that we had enough herd immunity. I think the problem is, and this is what we may find maybe for a long time, is we get herd immunity to a certain variant and then the variant changes. So I think we got to a point of herd immunity for the wild variant, the original virus. But now with the Delta variant, we're once again sort of working our way back to close to herd immunity where it'll slow down. The question is, will this be the last variant or not? Viruses are mysterious in the way they come and go. The Spanish flu had no treatment, no vaccine, killed 50 million people, but then went away and never really came back in that form form again. So we don't know what will happen. I do think that the vaccine helps with safety if you're at risk. I think the monoclonal antibodies can save your life, but you got to get them in time. I'm encouraged that there's a new pill coming out.
Yeah.
I'm also a believer that the inhaled steroids given early in the course of the disease can prevent some of the over-exuberant reaction that people get in their lungs.
As you pointed out very well, so many advances coming so quickly. Senator, thanks for your time. Thanks for hustling from the airport. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All the best.